Hey guys, it's Shadow Flyer. Today I want to talk about Air Force ROTC, also known as ROTC or AFROTC. I first got started in ROTC my senior year of high school when I applied for a high school scholarship into the ROTC program. The fall of my senior year, I sent in my application with all my information, and I took a PFT, a physical fitness test, which is just a minute of push-ups, minute of sit-ups, and a 1.5 mile run. And once I got that sent in, a few months later, about early spring, maybe late winter, I was told that my application had been accepted, and I was offered a Type 7 scholarship. So there's 3 different types of scholarships they offer: Type 1, Type 2, and Type 7. Type 1 is pretty much a full ride to anywhere you choose to go, whether that's a private university or a public university. Type 2 is any university. They'll pay up to $18,000 a year for tuition or lab fees or whatever. And then with all the scholarships, you get a monthly stipend and book money, just to kind of help out. But the Type 7 is actually a full ride to a public university, assuming that they have all the small print of how much it can actually cost. But it's supposed to be like a full ride to a public in-state college where it's supposed to be pretty low cost compared to a lot of schools. However, since I didn't choose to go to a in-state school or a public university, I had to actually switch from a 4-year Type 7 scholarship to a 3-year Type 2 scholarship. So just how that works is, rather than them paying my tuition every year because it's so expensive, they pay me $18,000 for tuition, and so that it's $18,000 a year total, and then they also pay obviously the monthly stipend and book money. But that's only for 3 years. Now the nice thing about my school is it actually will take that, and they say, okay, if you're only offered 3 years, we'll pay that 4th year for you. So for me, it was actually really nice because it didn't affect me at all. I still got 4 years of the scholarship money. Now, it doesn't pay all of my tuition. It doesn't pay any of my housing or like the food fee, lab fee, health fee, all those. It doesn't pay any of that. But, I mean, $18,000 off the tuition is a good chunk of change, so it really helps. But after I knew I had the scholarship that spring, the next step was getting my DOBMER medical evaluation done. So they sent me an email just saying where to go and when to go to get that done. And that was just to make sure that I was medically qualified for the scholarship. They don't want to pay a whole bunch of money and find out you can't even really work for them in the long run. So I got that done, and that's technically when the scholarship became more official, that I actually had the money coming. And then I had pretty much all summer to just do whatever, and then I just had to attend the university in the fall. And as you may know from other videos, I attend Liberty University, and the detachment there is actually not based at the school. It's actually based out of the University of Virginia, UVA. And it's a joint detachment where we have Liberty University, UVA, James Madison University, JMU, and PVCC, Piedmont Virginia Community College, where all those schools are actually part of one detachment. And so for PT, Tuesday, Thursday, we stay at our school to do the PT, but every Tuesday we actually go to UVA to train, and we train there with all the other schools. which is pretty cool. It's a little hectic just because pretty much you're gone all day Tuesday. It's an hour and a half almost trip on the bus, so it takes a little bit of time, but it's good. I love the detachment, and I'm planning to make another video on more stuff in ROTC, but that's just how I got started. And I would really recommend to anybody who's interested in joining the Air Force, or even if you're just joining the Army or different branches. A lot of branches have some type of ROTC program. And so if you start looking in high school, especially like your junior, senior year, and you maybe apply for that scholarship, just because you get the scholarship doesn't mean you have to take it. You can always decline it. I know many people that they'll have a scholarship from Army, a scholarship from the Air Force, and they kind of pick and choose what they actually want to take, and they get the best for what they think will work for them. So I would recommend it if you are in high school and about to graduate maybe, but you're still able to apply. I would recommend it, because the worst that'll happen is either you don't get a scholarship or you get a better opportunity and choose not to. But if you do apply and you get that scholarship, it really helps you out financially when you're in school. It helps with all the costs, and I know a lot of people that didn't do that in high school and chose to kind of go through college as a normal college student, but also in ROTC. And I mean, it works fine, but it's not as helpful money-wise. So They do offer in-college scholarships, but those are usually a little more competitive, and you're not guaranteed anything. So if you can go into college knowing you already have a scholarship, I just think it's a lot easier on your mind knowing you already have that money, as opposed to being in college already having to pay the money, and then having to figure out if there's any scholarships available to help you pay for it. So that's all I have for today. Be sure to subscribe. I'll have more information on ROTC in the future. Have a great day, guys.